Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Bob DiMaria, and I have a very special patient today that has quite a tremendous testimony. Dr. Kaysen does a very detailed consultation. And Lisa, and thank you for joining us
You're
today.
welcome.
I'm not even sure where to begin, but I'm going to rattle off some of them.
All right.
Low back, pelvic floor, neck. You cried easy. Wouldn't know that today with that big old grin on your face. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Oh my gosh, and you showed up at this chiropractic
I
office.
did.
So I know what happened, which motivated us to do this, is a couple of weeks ago she came in and she had her very first adjustment. Now, was this your first adjustment ever?
Ever.
In your whole life?
Yeah. Well, I had my neck adjusted probably 20 years ago, and with nothing, it wasn't a good experience.
So after her very first adjustment, I'm going to be a little bit quiet now and let her start telling her story. But you said something to myself and Dr. Kaysen, and what was that?
I didn't have to use my CPAP after 5 years.
Is that amazing?
After first adjustment, yes.
You can start crying if you want,
Yeah.
but not till the end. So I'm just going to let you kind of start with the whole situation. Talk about what's happened to your body.
Sure.
And how you enjoyed chiropractic care.
Sure. So when I came in, as you can tell by the paper, and he won't admit it, though he smiled when I said it originally, I was a red hot mess. I had Hashimoto's, I wasn't sleeping, I had brain fog, I'm a nurse, my back hurt, my shoulders hurt, my joints hurt. They've diagnosed me with psoriatic arthritis, Hashimoto's, sleep apnea, right pulmonary hypertension,
Case study
diabetes, all of it. And my granddaughter came in originally because she was having issues pooping. So we brought her to Dr. Bob and Dr. Kaysen, and within one adjustment, she was pooping twice a day. Her pelvic, was adjusted. She's happy. I'm like, they can do that for her. Maybe they can help me poop, because I wasn't pooping either. So I came in and they ran their tests. My first adjustment, I've been on a CPAP since 2016 for right pulmonary hypertension. So they come in, they adjust my neck, and I go home. I can lay down and I can breathe. I've not used my CPAP since my first adjustment, which is huge for me.
Maybe you had to sell it on the internet.
I know, right? I got it. It's brand new too. I just bought it. It's only 6 months old. So so I got off that. I came back for not only the adjustments but the nutritional support. So my psoriatic arthritis is 100% better. I'm about ready to trial.
Can you say that again? Because they've been advertising psoriatic arthropathy a lot.
My psoriatic arthritis is the joint pain with the skin issues. So on the nutritional diet that I'm on, it's anti-inflammatory, non-dairy, and it's not hard, but my joint pain's is almost gone in my fingers and my feet. My skin issues have cleared up, but I'm still on Otezla. So my thought is I'm going to trial not taking it.
So as everybody knows, we don't have a license to tell people
this
not
is
to.
me on my own, and I will consult my doctor before I do it.
That's your prescribing physician.
Yes, but I'm ready to start trialing some of that stuff, like coming off some of the metformin and different things, because I do feel better, and it's only been 3 weeks in. I'm down 10 pounds. I have veins. I haven't seen veins in my arms in years. I have veins.
That's really amazing. Yeah. So let me ask you a couple of questions, because most of the people watching us right now just love coming to the Drugless doctors, but there could be visitors that are coming. What made us so different than the other offices that you've been to, or the other office you had
So the
been
other
to?
office I went in, I didn't get an x-ray. There was no formal assessment. And when I'm talking an assessment, Dr. Kaysen put you through the paces. I walked out of there going, I am a mess. I was and I knew that ahead of time, but it was just because you have to look back on yourself. And you have to be honest and say, no, this is really what's happening with me. This is really how I'm feeling. And no one else ever asked me those questions. Even my medical doctor doesn't really ask all the questions the way that was asked. And so it's but when you come in, you care, because you're asking me things that other people never asked me.
I'm going to do a little interruption here. You had your gallbladder out. So if someone's watching us right now, I have written several books, and one of my books is on preventing surgery, and there's a chapter in there. So if you want to get a complimentary chapter on what you do when your gallbladder is out, you need to let us know. Because getting your gallbladder out, I don't know how much we talked to you about that yet.
Right.
It's very serious because your liver makes bile. Bile is a dish detergent with, understanding, and the gallbladder is the reservoir of that. People with their gallbladder out have different challenges in their overall health. I said to throw that in as a little interjection.
But what's that other book you have? What's that one book, the hormone one?
Well, I've been really blessed because I've written 11 books, and Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones.
That one.
Did you enjoy that
So
book?
I have that book. And have you ever read the Sesame Street book? Don't turn the page. There's a monster at the end of the book.
I have not read that book.
Okay, so it's about a Grover from Sesame Street, and he's afraid every time he turns a page, he's going to get to the end of the book because there's a monster. Well, let me tell you, I found the book, I started reading it, and after every page, my face popped up. So I'm the monster at the end of that book. The goal is that when I get to the end of the book, it won't be a monster. But just share that with you.
I just really, our goal is just to help people. You're on a lot of medications. You had polyps. I'm just talking a little bit more about you. You had some issues playing softball. You had problems with the bowel movements, pelvic floor. You had degeneration, T10 through T12. Like, she is the Dr. Bob Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones. Yes. So there's one last thought you could say to our viewing audience that will forever, perpetually change your life. What would that be?
Look inside yourself and realize that you have to make changes and you have to be committed to the change, but don't be afraid to step away from the medical profession. I am the medical profession, and I needed help outside of another pill.
So first, we love and appreciate everything you said today. For those of you that are watching, this is serious. Between Dr. Kaysen, myself, and Dr. Anthony, we have over 60 combined years of practice. And between the three of us, we've touched almost 600,000 people. Think of the Cleveland Stadium being adjusted 19 times. That's how many bodies. And the carpet still looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
That's how many bodies that we've been able to touch, and we want to make a difference in your life.